A woman who gave her name as Jenny, now living in the afterlife, came through in a Leslie Flint seance. She described passing away and awakening in the next world of our eternal lives. This video contains the narration of her testimony recorded in the Leslie Flint session. She describes what happened to her during and after her transition into the afterlife. Hello, I'm Dr. R. Craig Hogan, President of the Afterlife Research and Education Institute and Seek Reality Online. I'm the author of 8 books with the evidence you will come to the end of this life, but you will never die. Leslie Flint was a direct voice medium in the 20th century. A direct voice medium has the remarkable ability to sit in a darkened room, and voices come from an ectoplasmic voice box that forms on the medium's shoulder. Today, we have over 2,000 recordings of both famous and ordinary people. They spoke for as long as 45 minutes to the people on this side of life sitting in the room with Flint. In the recording you're about to hear, this woman, who gave her name as Jenny, came into the room where Flint was sitting and spoke to the 3 people assembled there. She described dying in childbirth. She was surprised and delighted when she awoke in the afterlife with her lovely, living child in her arms. This is a narration of the words she spoke. She starts by describing her condition just before her body died.
I knew I was going to die. I knew. I don't know how I knew, but I knew I was, and it was just as if, I don't know, as if I was drifting and drifting away, and I could hear this friend trying to help and comfort, but of course, there was nothing they could do under the circumstances, and I knew I was going to pass, as you call it, and anyway, I remember sort of losing myself and then finding myself. That's funny, isn't it? And then I woke up in a very nice room with the baby beside me, in a very nice room. And there were some various people standing there smiling at me. There I was, in bed with the baby in my arms, in this pretty room. And there were several people standing around, people I didn't know, but all seemed so happy and so kind. And I was told that I had arrived and that all was well, and there was nothing to worry about any more, that this would be my home, I would be looked after and the child, and that this would be made up to me for all the unhappiness I had known, and that this would be my future place in which I'd gradually find a new self. That's the way they put it, a new self. I didn't understand, and they said, don't worry, just be patient and leave everything to us. Just close your eyes and lose yourself. Just be quiet and at peace. And when you come round later, we'll tell you more about everything, but this is not the right moment. Just know that you've come home and you're safe, and so is the baby, and later we'll tell you more about it. Oh, it was wonderful. This was my reception, they called it, and all was well, and I wasn't to be unhappy anymore, and that my child and I had been given new life in the realms of happiness, as they called it. I can say that this business of dying, well, there's nothing much to it really. I suppose it's natural. We all fear it down on your side, but it's natural, and it's, well, not that different really in a way to being born, which in a kind of way, you know, that's, in a way, what it is. It's like being born again, like we was told in the old days in the churches. But of course, it's natural, nothing unnatural or strange. No one need worry, I'm beautifully happy. And I'm very much, well, I'm very much more advanced, I suppose, now. Obviously. But you did ask me to talk about, so that's why I tried to get onto my thoughts on the old things, the early things, you see.
Leslie Flint was a remarkably talented medium. His recordings are further evidence that no one dies, and no one is ever separated from the people they love, even by death.